In the previous video, we proved the midpoint formula to be true. And the midpoint formula says that if you have two endpoints of a segment, x1, y1, and x2, y2, the midpoint can be found by adding x1 and x2, and then dividing by 2, and then y1 plus y2 divided by 2. It's the coordinate represented by this process. And a nice little hint is to think of it like the averages of the x coordinates and the averages of the y coordinates. So we're just going to apply this formula to find the midpoint of a line segment when we're given two of the endpoints. So we're told -1, 6 is one coordinate and 11, 0 is the other. We have our x1, y1, and we have our x2, y2. So we go right to the formula, which says x1 plus x2 divided by 2 represents the x coordinate of the midpoint, and then y1 plus y2 divided by 2 represents the y coordinate of the midpoint. So really, -1 plus 11 is 10. So we have 10 divided by 2, which gives me 5. We have 6 plus 0, which is 6. So we really have 6 divided by 2, which is 3. So the midpoint of this segment is the coordinate 5, 3. It's that simple to do the midpoint formula. Let's try example 4. We're given the coordinates -3, -5, so x1, y1, and 2, 3, x2, y2. We go right to the midpoint formula. Add the x coordinates and divide by 2. So we have -3 plus 2 divided by 2. And then add the y's, which are -5 plus 3, and then divide by 2. So -3 plus 2 is -1. So -1 divided by 2 is -1/2. And then we have -5 plus 3 is -2. So -2 divided by 2 is -1. So -1/2, -1 is the coordinate of the midpoint. And so that's all you do to find the midpoint given two endpoints of the segment is add the x's, divide by 2, add the y's, divide by 2, gives you the x coordinate and the y coordinate for the midpoint.